They don't destroy you in one blow. They do it in patterns. Small ones, subtle ones. So quiet you start calling it normal. It begins with a joke, then a sigh, then a silence, until you wake up one morning and you're not even sure who you are around them anymore. Toxic people don't just take your peace. They rewrite your reality. They train you to laugh when it hurts, to apologize when you're the one bleeding, to wait for love that never shows up. But every move they make follows a pattern. And if you can spot those patterns early, you win back your control. In this video, I'll show you the 7 toxic moves manipulators use to drain your confidence and how to see them coming before it's too late. Move 1. The joke that isn't a joke. It starts with laughter and ends with silence. They say it's just a joke, but somehow you're the only one not laughing. This is the first toxic move. Mockery disguised as humor. It's how they test your boundaries without looking cruel. They'll tease your flaws, your goals, your voice. And when you flinch, they smirk and say, "Relax, can't you take a joke?" That line isn't comedy. It's camouflage. Each joke trains you to doubt your pain, to smile through disrespect, to think humiliation is normal. And when you stop reacting, that's when they know they've won, because silence is the applause toxic people wait for. Move 2. The guilt swap. They hurt you, but somehow you're the one apologizing. This is the guilt swap, a classic mind trick every manipulator masters. They twist every argument until your reaction becomes the crime. You raise your voice. They say you're too emotional. You pull away. They call you cold. You try to explain. They sigh and say you're always making drama. Soon, you start believing them. You question your tone, your timing, your sanity. That's how they win, by making you clean up their mess. It's not guilt. It's gaslighting with a smile. The moment you start defending your pain, they've already flipped the game. Move 3. The silent punishment. They don't yell. They disappear. No message, no reply, just silence. Sharp enough to cut your thoughts in half. This is the silent punishment. When toxic people go quiet, it isn't peace. It's power. They starve you of attention until you beg for crumbs. Then they come back calm, acting like nothing happened. You end up apologizing for things you never did just to make the silence stop. That's not love. That's control by absence. Healthy space heals. Toxic silence humiliates. When someone uses silence to make you chase, you're not in a relationship. You're in a cage made of maybe. Move 4. The memory rewrite. They don't just argue with you. They argue with reality. You remember what happened. They remember what's convenient. This is the memory rewrite, a manipulator's favorite trick to make you doubt your own mind. They'll say, "I never said that," "You're overreacting," or "You always twist things," and suddenly you're defending your memory instead of your feelings. You replay every word, every tone, wondering, maybe I am crazy. That's not forgetfulness. It's erasure. Each denial chips away at your trust in yourself until one day they don't need to gaslight you anymore. You do it for them. When someone rewrites your truth, they're not correcting you. They're reprogramming you. Move 5. The fake apology. They say, "I'm sorry." But somehow you still feel blamed. This is the fake apology. It sounds like regret, but it's really reputation management. They don't want forgiveness. They want you quiet. You'll hear lines like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," "I didn't mean it like that," or "Let's just move on." Okay, notice the pattern. They never mention what they did, only how you reacted. A real apology takes responsibility. A fake one takes control. When they say sorry without change, what they're really saying is, I'll do it again, but smarter. Move 6. The sudden sweetness. Just when you've had enough, they change. Suddenly, they're kind again, affectionate, attentive. Everything you wish they were yesterday. This is the sudden sweetness, a manipulator's reset button. After every storm, they bring sunshine, but it's fake weather. They're not sorry. They're strategic. The kindness isn't love, it's leverage. They want your guard down, your memory soft, your hope alive. Your brain confuses chaos for passion. That's how the trap resets. You forgive. They repeat. It's not healing. It's hooking. Every time you fall for the sudden sweetness, you teach them the same lesson. Hurt you. Disappear. Return with gifts. And you'll stay. Move 7. The isolation net. It starts small. They don't like your friends. They don't trust your coworkers. They say your family doesn't understand you. So, you start choosing peace over connection, and little by little, your world gets smaller. This is the isolation net. Toxic people don't cage you. They convince you to cage yourself. They make you feel safest in their control until freedom starts to look like betrayal. You stop sharing your wins. You stop asking for advice. You stop existing outside their approval. That's how they keep you. Not by love, but by loneliness. Real love expands your world. Toxic love shrinks it. And by the time you notice, your map has only one name left: theirs. Toxic people don't destroy your life overnight. They do it move by move until you start playing their game without realizing it. But once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Every joke, every silence, every fake apology, they were all tests of how much you'd tolerate. And now you know better. You don't need louder arguments. You need quieter exits. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to protect your peace. Because walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. So tell me in the comments, which of these toxic moves have you faced? Your story might help someone else recognize their own. And remember, you can't change toxic people, but you can refuse to let them shape you. Choose peace before it's too late.